Hey, thanks so much for joining. I'm Joe Peterson. I'm the Vice President of Cloud and Security for Clarify 360. And I'm excited today because I am here with some smart folks from IBM and Red Hat. I'm here with Devraj Bardhan. He's the CTO of SAP Managed Services for IBM, and Angela Andrews, who's a solution architect at Red Hat. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello.
Thanks for joining.
happy to be
So,
here.
I want you guys to both tell us a little bit more about yourselves and the work that you're doing for IBM and Red Hat. Devraj, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah. I'm the CTO of SAP Managed Services. Been with IBM now for almost 21 years. That's kind of a norm. The longest stay with IBM, it is like you hold it as a badge of honor, which is strange in the IT world, really. But there I am. But before IBM, I did move around a few companies before settling in, which just says volumes about the work I'm doing and the company that I'm working for. I've been in the SAP world now since 1997. Started off with people who know SAP with 3.0F, that was way, way back. Started as an ABAP developer, moved on to become an integration architect, moved on to become a CTO for SAP Managed Services, where I lead the SAP innovation and do all the integrated work with Red Hat. So I'm here to share my experience on how we are working with Red Hat and how you as a company can leverage IBM and Red Hat for your benefit.
Well, I
That's
don't know.
wonderful.
I don't know how to follow that up. I mean, I've only been at Red Hat for 3 years, but I am Angela Andrews, and I'm a solution architect here at Red Hat, and I support customers in the federal financial space. And I dabble a little bit in the podcast for the company. So you may have heard of Compiler Podcasts, and it's a Red Hat branded product where we break down questions about the tech and tech industry, and we present perspectives and topics from the industry without the jargon or the judgment. And it's definitely one of the fun perks of the job, only having been here 3 years. But before becoming a Red Hatter, I was a systems administrator in the higher education space. So, and I'm happy to be here with you both, Joe and Devraj.
Thank you so much. I know I was admiring your cool podcasting equipment when we
Thank
started.
you.
So, yeah. So let's kind of dig in a little bit, guys. Businesses recognize the transformative power of hybrid cloud. And as IT leaders make their journey to the cloud and prepare their businesses for the future, there's greater emphasis on application modernization and agility, right? They want to be able to respond to new marketplace realities more now than ever. So IBM Consulting is the industry's largest Red Hat practice and Red Hat's number one global system integrator. I'm going to go to Angela first. How are IBM and Red Hat working together to serve clients?
Beautifully. Um, IBM was well aware of the value of Red Hat that we brought to the table, and they recognized how we were helping our customers accelerate their businesses using hybrid cloud technologies across a ton of business verticals. So, with open source innovation and hybrid cloud solutions like Red Hat OpenShift, we were enabling our customers to build, deploy, and scale their applications across all footprints seamlessly and securely. With IBM and Red Hat partnering to bring this innovation to their clients, we're providing the skills, technology, and open source innovation that help our clients really transform their businesses. That's what I think that we're bringing and helping to serve our clients with.
That's a good answer. Devraj, what do you think?
Yeah, what we bring to a table is we take the Red Hat technology and apply a business layer to it. When we mean a business layer, we look at a business problem. We talk to the CFOs, the CISOs, we talk to the supply chain officers, we talk to the finance officers and understand what business problem they are trying to solve. And then bringing in Red Hat technology, we bring it together and create solutions that kind of work for them. Build a glue, take the business, take the IT together and make it work. That's what I've been doing. And I do it with enterprise software and I also do it with cloud native technologies.
So, some of what you mentioned, that secret sauce, is that what makes the partnership with IBM and Red Hat so unique and differentiated?
Uh,
Yes, what? Yes, 1,000 times. I'm gonna jump in on that one. Yes. Um, so, you know, we were bought by IBM a couple of years ago, and that's how this relationship started. That's how this partnership began. It didn't really begin there, but this is where it kind of took off. And you know, everyone always asks, is Red Hat Red Hat? Yes, we are still Red Hat. That will always give us a really unique opportunity when we're partnering with IBM, because we bring out that robust portfolio of open source technologies that brings that value that we were talking about. And because we share that hybrid cloud focus and commitment to collaboration, our our partnership is really strengthened by that thing called cultural synergy, because we're really better together. I think that is our differentiator when we partner with IBM.
I love that cultural synergy. Devraj, what do you think?
I mean, it's rubbing off on us as well. So we know that Red Hat is an open source company. So we have been also producing a lot of open source code just because we have been motivated, and it's a bit of a competition, a healthy competition between both of us, saying, hey, why can't we also open source a lot of stuff? So we do open source a lot of material, but that also helps our customers see the value that IBM is bringing with the Red Hat technology. And if what we have in open source is not enough, then they call us in and say, hey, can you build more or give us more that is very specific, which is not open source? So it kind of helps us. And we have seen that, by open sourcing and participating in the open source, initiative, we are also opening up a lot of things to customers that did not have access before. And B, we are also getting the customers very interested because they get something for free which is open source, and then they can buy more, which also helps both the company because they see something that they can use, and also get a leverage the benefit of having IBM Consulting coming in and improving the business processes and basically reinventing the technology and business techs.
I like that. So, Devraj, you recently presented at the annual Red Hat Summit in Boston last month, and your session was how to build an SAP landing zone on any cloud in less than 60 minutes. Can you take a couple minutes and share some of the highlights of your presentation?
Yeah, of course. So as a business, we have been running hybrid cloud for many years, and we think the hybrid cloud is the way the business is going to go. You're going to have on premise, you're going to have multi cloud in your organization, and it's going to stay. Imagine that you move everything to one cloud, and tomorrow you acquire a company, it's going to be on a different cloud or on premise, and you got to merge both. So hybrid cloud is going to be there always. It's a constant thing that's going to remain. So as part of that, we said, hey, you want to build an SAP landscape on the cloud. People are used to installing SAP on the cloud using Ansible. We were pushed it a step further and said, how can I build a complete landing zone on either AWS, Azure, IBM Cloud, on Power, VMware, fully automated? And that's the power that we have. We took the best of Ansible, we took the best of Terraform, put them all together, put them on Ansible automation platform and deployed it, and we could show that the deployment was working seamlessly end to end, including creating the landing zone and then installing the SAP workloads on top of it. So what the presentation did is it took the thinking a little forward from saying, oh, I've got Ansible scripts which can deploy SAP, to I can actually deploy a complete landscape from a sandbox to a production with HA and DR, HA being high availability, DR being disaster recovery, across multiple zones in one script through one platform, which is the Ansible automation platform. That's what I did. But having said that, one of our top topics at the Red Hat Summit this year was Lightspeed. What's Lightspeed? It is prompting. It is got a platform where through just English and prompts you can get Ansible code generated. It does a fantastic job. So a lot of questions came up on that saying, how does prompting work? I said, this is the code which has been open sourced, and this is the code which actually has trained the prompting machines, and that's how you're getting even better prompts coming out of the code. Angela?
So I wish I would have been able to come to Summit and get a chance to meet you in person and hear your talk, but sadly I missed it. I'll have to watch that replay. But you know, Summit was filled with so many major announcements, and you just mentioned, one of the biggest. So, Red Hat OpenShift Data Science going GA, Red Hat Service Interconnect, event driven Ansible coming in Ansible automation platform. But the one, and you mentioned it, the one that Red Hat and IBM are super excited about is Ansible Lightspeed with IBM Watson Code Assistant. Like, period. So with the help of IBM Research and Project Wisdom, we were able to bring in the next generation of code generation with domain specific AI. Like, this is where it's heading, and it's so nice to be able to partner with you guys and get this project off the ground. I'm not surprised that that's what were on people's lips when you were in Summit, because that's all I'm hearing about now.
You're
And I'd
right.
like to add, sorry, I'd like to add one more thing. When you're talking about Project Wisdom, see, the whole world is moving towards generative AI today, and we'll come to that in a minute. But the concept of generative AI comes only when you have a lot of code out there that like the open eyes and the generative AIs can read and understand and get trained on, so that it can help developers, do work. What typically happens for a developer is, when he's writing code, he's spending a lot of time on internet searching for code. He's looking at GitHub repositories, searching code, and then find the right code. Just imagine what Lightspeed is giving you. You are prompting instead of going to Google and doing it, or on a web browser. You're doing it on the Watson assist. It is finding the best code for you with the context that you're using your language technology to give you the right code that you need. And that's the beauty, and that's what the customers want, and that's what everyone's been talking about.
You're right. And AI is the topic on everyone's lips, right? It's everyone's talking about it. And the fact that, you've got Red Hat Ansible Lightspeed that is integrated with IBM Watson Code Assistant is a big deal. I'm interested in, Angela, if you could tell us about how companies are using Ansible automation to address challenges and opportunities with generative AI.
The opportunities are endless. Generative AI is all the rage. We got ChatGPT, we got Bard, we have Dolly, and it's in the hands of technologists and hobbyists everywhere. It is putting AI in the palm of our hands, and this is the democratization of AI. We never thought we would say that, but here we are. We're taking a slightly different approach, though, than those tools, very slightly. So, in this partnership, Ansible Lightspeed with IBM Watson Code Assistant, it's a new service that's used to enhance the creation of Ansible content, basically playbooks. And we're using domain specific AI wrapped around this type of Ansible code. And it's going to do two things for organizations across every vertical that is so important to them. It's going to save them time, and it's going to save them money. Like, full stop. You can't get any better than that. We're using the IBM Watson X foundation models to really accelerate automation within organizations, and we're giving them these tools to address these automation skills gaps, and we're helping that, people in organizations improve on their team efficiency and agility. So, don't get excited. It's currently in tech preview with GA coming later this year. But Ansible Lightspeed, just like Devraj said, it takes plain English text in your code editor. It takes your prompt, and generates code that'll perform that task that you're looking for. Like, if you say, I want a task that says install Nginx or open up firewall port 8080, it takes that and it will suggest to you a code block that you can use. And users can then automate, or not automate, but customize that code as needed. Or if it's exactly what you need, you can accept that recommendation. And it provides its recommendations through feedback on the quality of its suggestions. So, IBM Research will continue to retrain this model to allow for more improvements between versions. So the the feedback that we get from our customers is going to be huge, because this is how it continues to improve. This is how AI models always can improve. They take that feedback, you retrain it, and it knows that this is exactly what end users are asking for. So with Ansible Lightspeed with IBM Watson Code Assistant, it's really all about leveraging AI to lower that barrier, to make it easier to write automation code. Full stop. That's what it's for. And hopefully our customers are going to get a chance to take advantage of this. And I'm really excited about the opportunities.
I can tell you're excited. Devraj, what do you think?
So take just what Angela said. She said we are doing it for Ansible. We are the business arm of IBM, the business hat. So what have we done? We said, hey, can we take it into a business language and make it even awesome? So what have we been doing? We have been looking at ABAP code, and we know customers are moving from ECC to S4, and they need to modernize the ABAP code. There are two ways to modernize ABAP code. You can take your ABAP and harmonize it and let it run on HANA. That's chapter one of cloud. Anyone can do it. Just do it. Chapter 2, push the boundaries up. What are we doing? We are taking the ABAP code and we are doing an automation conversion of that ABAP code to Java, JavaScript, or Python, depending on the use case. Fully automated using a large language model. We're using Watson Code Assist, plugging that in, and basically making sure that we can create a very nice looking Java code that modernizes the whole application. So now what happens is the customer has a lot of ABAP code and they are doing an upgrade to S4. They do not have to stay with the old ABAP code. They can pull the ABAP code out of ABAP and put it on Java or JavaScript or Python and have a modern looking interface and a modern looking platform running that ABAP code in Java as a Java code. That's number one, using the same HANA technology and HANA database at a backend and calling standard SAP function modules and OData services to basically get the benefit of SAP. Best of SAP, best of cloud native. Where does Red Hat come in? We are going to put all this in a container in OpenShift and let it run OpenShift. People may say, hey, why OpenShift? Three reasons. Number one, you do not build a BAP code only for a BAP. With S4 and you moving to cloud, you're going to have S4 as one of your things you do. You're going to have a lot of SaaS solutions. You're going to have Workday. You're going to have Salesforce. You're going to have Ariba. You will need a platform like OpenShift to integrate and make them all work together. And that's one area. Two is once you build something on OpenShift, you can deploy them on AWS, you can deploy them on premise, you can deploy them on Azure. So that opens up the possibility of moving that application around. The third reason, you have multiple SAP systems. They use the same code. What did you do in 1990? You copied the same code three times. What do you do today? You put it in OpenShift, and the OpenShift talks to all the three systems. You just have one code base, one maintenance, development cost goes down. That's the baseline, right? That's table stakes. We are doing it today, nobody else is doing it. Now where do we go to the Gen X model? Where do we go even further? You thought that's it? No, that's not it. That's just the beginning. We can read your entire ABAP code and summarize it and document what the ABAP code does, which means that you may have lots of code that people wrote 20 years back, 10 years back, people left, documentation not updated, you do not know what a code does. We have code summarization using large language models that can summarize the code. How can we do that? We can do that because we have taken a BAP code and it's translated into Java. That means we understand the grammar, we understand the language syntax. Now we are even doing a summarization for you. Good. So now you have summarization, you have conversion. What else can you do? You actually want to write a better code than what we generated? Use Watson Code Assist and use prompts to even improve the language, either in ABAP or in any of the modern languages that you want to. So what I've just said is, I think this is mind-boggling. You can do so much with now code modernization and automatically. You're not taking your code from ABAP and converting it manually. You're automatically converting it. And why can IBM do that? Because IBM is doing it for years. We took Kix and converted it to modern languages. We took COBOL, converted to modern languages. Why not ABAP?
Thank you for giving us a little bit of a, preview into the future. I'm going to ask Angela the same question. As kind of you look forward, what's next for your work together with IBM Consulting and Red Hat, and what does that next chapter look like?
Well, to me, our next chapter is super bright. We've been collaborating closely to really strengthen our offerings in the hybrid cloud space, and we're going to continue to do so. So, expanding our partnership with more services like Ansible Lightspeed with IBM Watson Code Assistant. That's a mouthful, but that's what it's called. We're going to continue to invest in the emerging technologies and domain such as AI, ML, edge computing. And these technologies have huge potential to revolutionize industries and unlock these new, greater opportunities for so many organizations, big and small. So, again, partnering and working together by leveraging IBM Research's capabilities, and then, of course, Red Hat's open source ecosystem, we're going to continue collaborating to create more innovative solutions that really harness that power of these technologies, all while keeping it secure and scalable and interoperable. Full stop. Again, like, I think we're doing these things together because our future is tied, and it makes business sense, it makes good sense, because we're heading the same direction. We have a lot of the same tenets that we agree with, and these are huge offerings and potential coming down the pike, and I just can't wait to be a part of it.
Well, both of your insights have been so spot on today. Thank you for that. And your energy has been infectious. And I appreciate both of you taking time to visit.
Yes.
So thanks to everyone for joining.
And
Have a
thanks for
great
having
rest of
us.
your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.